We have a defendant who's being charged with his failure to provide his identity in front of you right now, not even wanting to give Your Honor or the court his legal name. Defendant may be trying to hide something, and that he does pose a danger for obvious reasons. If somebody doesn't want to reveal who he actually is, either legally or through fingerprints. Dangerous.
That's against my that's a constitutional right. I don't have to give you guys fingerprints. Every statute is not a law. If it's contrary to the Constitution, it's not a law. I can act with impunity.
I have found you in direct contempt of court for your attitude, your comments, your disrespect, delay of the proceedings because I'm having to take extra time away from others to deal with this arrogance and the eating and the drinking and so forth. And you owe the court
I don't owe you nothing. I owe the court and the state of Kansas. See, that's your problem. You're taking your own personality into your law, and that's not appropriate. That is not appropriate. You were talking to some lady about her mother forgetting and then grilled her about her forgetting. That's not her mother's position.
$500 cash.
Can we hurry up and get this over with?
$500 cash for direct court.
That's fine.
$500 cash for direct court. And I am ordering you to surrender yourself by 2:30 today. 2:30 today.
I cannot do that.
Well, then I'll send a sheriff out to get you.
Because you're putting your personality in this, man. I am going to get off this Zoom, and I want this sent to my email. I know your deputy is listening, and I demand this footage because I'm going to take this and I'm going to appeal all of this.
Today, we bring you another two extremely stubborn SovCits. The first case features an unusually difficult man named Sean, who's appearing via Zoom from the Detroit County Jail. He is making quite the scene by refusing to be fingerprinted and get properly processed. But that's not all. He also refuses to acknowledge that his last name is Thompson, despite the fact that the magistrate, the court, and even his own lawyer all know full and well that he is Sean Thompson. Then we end off in Judge Webster's court, where we witness one of the most blatant displays of contempt in courtroom history. This guy is already in hot water for driving without a license, but now has the audacity to appear in court via Zoom from the driver's seat of a moving vehicle. But not only is he still driving, he's drinking, eating, smoking, rolling his eyes, and complaining throughout the entire hearing, showing absolutely zero respect for the judge's authority. Judge Webster issues multiple contempt fines, but will that be enough to rein in his reckless behavior?
Are you Sean Thompson?
Just Sean.
Ms. Roberts?
Your Honor, my understanding that we do have a Deshaun Thompson on the list today. That we interviewed somebody named Deshaun Thompson, and I guess at this time I heard the court ask this gentleman if he's Deshaun Thompson, and he's indicated just Deshaun. So I would need an opportunity to go in a breakout room with this gentleman to get further clarity, please.
Okay.
A few moments later.
Okay. And gentlemen, we're going to try this again. What's your name, sir?
Me?
Yes, sir. You, sir.
Sean.
Mr. Reagan.
Yes, sir.
Apparently, Mr. Thompson wants to get a very large bond and not get released.
Just trying to figure out how could I need the prosecution to bring forth how could I be charged with not identifying myself with fingerprints. I didn't have a charge to even identify to begin with.
Yeah, Judge, so Mr. Thompson.
What's the purpose of me identifying the fingerprint?
Mr. Reagan?
Yes, I'm just saying, Mr. Thompson, Judge, does not want to give his full name. I know that we have a complaint here as Deshaun Thompson for refusal to fingerprint. He's refusing to fingerprint. That's why we have before this honorable court this morning.
Yes, that's against my constitutional right, though. I don't have to do that. I don't have to enter into a contract. I don't have a legal name. I don't have a legal name with the state. That's
Mr.
against my
Reagan,
constitutional right. All statutes are not law.
We've heard you enough, sir. We've heard you enough. Mr. Reagan, is it
Yes, sir.
your,
Judge, I've advised Mr. Thompson of his constitutional rights of the charges and maximum penalty. You know, I can just tell you, Judge, that the complaint I have is for Deshaun Thompson. You know, and I have you know, spoken with Deshaun. He is not, you know, giving me his last name. I don't know if they have him in custody. All I can tell this court is that's where we are at this point, Your Honor. I can just tell you what we've done to this, where we are, and that's where we are, Your Honor.
all right, well, the court will proceed as if this is Mr. Thompson. It's unfortunate that he's taken the position that he's taken, but we'll do this anyway. So you've got some tickets, sir, where you missed some court dates. When you miss those dates, the judge issued an arrest warrant for you. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. You also have the right to an attorney, and if you cannot afford an attorney, the court will provide one for you. You've got several matters, traffic matters here, and they start with ticket P 1387200, charge of driver's license never required. P 1387498, open alcohol in a motor vehicle as a driver. And ticket 432813, no operator's license on person, no insurance, misdemeanor, and unregistered motor vehicle. These are all misdemeanor charges. Maximum penalty you face on each is up to 93 days in jail and or $500 fine. I'm going to set aside the arrest warrants, enter a not guilty plea on your behalf, and give you a personal bond. Your next court date is a pretrial July 15 in front of Judge Garrett here in 36th District Court. Your other matter with us today is case 24044903, State of Michigan versus Deshaun Thompson, counsel.
Thanks, Magistrate. Good afternoon, Steve Benson for the people, Peace 71917.
Judge, I just want to point out that, you know, this is a charge of refusal to fingerprint. There's no underlying charge. You know, to talk about, so Judge Fulbright on behalf of Thompson, we waiting for new rights as to this particular case, Your Honor.
Thank you. Court will enter a not guilty plea on your client's behalf as to bond, beginning with Mr. Vincent, please.
Thanks, Magistrate. We're going to be asking for $10,000 in cash. We're also going to be asking for a tether as well as house arrest. The charge here is failure to provide fingerprints. So the defendant right there, allegedly, Judge, didn't want to have his identity confirmed one way or another. And now, interestingly enough, we have a defendant who's being charged with his failure to provide his identity in front of you right now, not even wanting to give Your Honor or the court his legal name, which gives the people pause, makes the people concerned that this defendant may be trying to hide something. Now, as a direct result of that, we feel as though this defendant is a danger and that he does pose a danger for obvious reasons. If somebody doesn't want to reveal who he actually is, either legally or through fingerprints. Now, with all of that being said, Judge, based on the court rule, dangerous.
That's against my constitutional right. I don't have to give you guys fingerprints. Every statute is not a law. If it's contrary to the Constitution, it's not a law. I can act with impunity.
Again,
So
Judge, more behavior that's making the giving the people pause. Now, in addition, I think he is trying to act as though he's a lawyer, understand the idea that statutes are not laws. It's very scary. And it really is. It makes him a danger to the community. And respectfully, Judge, we're going to be asking for that cash with monitoring.
And Judge, no assault has been committed. I do understand that there's a procedure for everything. You know, Judge, I believe to the court. I'm not asking for any cash bond. I would ask for personal, Judge. I don't know how the court wishes to proceed in this matter. We obviously look to the court, Judge. It is what it is, Judge. We're here. And, you know, like I said, no assault has been committed. there's not even a charge outside of this refusal to fingerprint, Judge. So we obviously asked that he be released, Judge. No charges pending. There's nothing even charged with it, Judge. So that is our position, Judge.
And their officers were trying to investigate some type of assault case, which was why he was in DDC in the first place. And now we've got this refusal of fingerprint case, and we've got a performance before the court, which is, I think, quite telling. So here are the conditions of bond. You must be fingerprinted before release. There will be a GPS tether. You'll be on house arrest on that tether should you post bond. Court agrees with the people that without confirmation of this gentleman's identity, there could be other significant implications. For that reason, court will set bond $100,000 cash for surety.
$100,000 bond.
That's correct, sir.
That's crazy. So now you're doing things
Thank
out of
you.
spite.
I give you a bond redetermination,
You don't want to stick to the law.
sir.
So,
Now it's not the time to talk.
You're not holding your oath to the Constitution?
All right. So we'll have a bond redetermination hearing in front of Judge McConico on Thursday, June 20th. Court being closed on Wednesday. Further date will be a pretrial on July 29 in front of Judge Bryant here in 36th District Court. Thank you, sir. You can step aside.
Thanks, Magistrate.
So, Your Honor, you're not going to honor your Constitution?
Thank you, sir. Your hearing's completed, sir.
For DDC.
Every statute
All right,
is
D-
not law. I don't have to give my fingerprints. The Constitution
Okay,
states
Dee Dee.
that.
All right, Dee Dee.
Kansas versus William Wayne Phillips with Jared Regier for the state. Mr. Phillips, in count one, you're accused of speeding 86 in a 65-mile-per-hour zone. That is a traffic infraction, no jail time, but a fine. And then count two, driving while your license was canceled, suspended, or revoked. That is a B misdemeanor normally, but the county attorney on August 1st of 2024 filed an amended information alleging that not only were you driving while suspended on May 21st of 24, but that you did have a prior driving while suspended conviction from August 23 in Wichita Municipal Court. That prior elevates this from a B to an A non-person misdemeanor. It increases the fine from $1,000 to $2,500 maximum, and it requires a minimum must serve 5 days in jail up to 1 year in jail. With that minimum mandatory jail time, are you going to be hiring an attorney, sir?
With that, my license has been suspended due to being out of state, and it's no longer suspended out there. Like, I've been going back and forth with California for 3 years over this, and it's no longer suspended. And all I have to do is go get my license here, what I've been told from.
All right, well, they go by what the status was when you were driving. And I think if you had an attorney, he'd probably say, stop talking and wait to talk to him before you make any more statements. But you can waive your right to an attorney and represent yourself. You've heard me tell people all morning that you can hire an attorney if you cannot afford an attorney. You can apply and see if you qualify for court appointed. But now you told me you were the supervisor of a company there, so I'm not sure that you'd qualify, but you can always apply. You could waive your right though and represent yourself, and we can either set this for trial or give you some time to talk to an attorney. What would you like to do?
In the beginning, you said something about obtaining a license, though, because this is just
Oh,
the
you're
first.
thinking about, okay, you're thinking about when I was talking to the group probably about diversion. If you get your license, you can maybe qualify for diversion. I'm not sure you'd be successful. You can always check, but it looks like with your speed, you're probably outside their guidelines. I think I saw something to suggest that. Maybe not. Yeah, I think you're outside the speeding guidelines, and I don't think they divert on second time driving while suspended. But again, I'm not the one that decides that. It's not even my program. It's strictly up to the county attorney. You can always look and see if you'd qualify, but from my years in this business, I have a hunch you're not eligible.
Well, if I need an attorney, I'm not going to get one from you guys. That's most definitely.
All right. Well,
You
our
know what I mean?
taxpayers will appreciate that. Okay, so you're going to hire an attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I'll make a note that you're hiring an attorney. And let's put this on a Monday.
Yes, Judge, that'll be October 28th.
Can it be scheduled after that? I won't be back into this area for the next like 2 or 3 months. So
Now, I'm not going to put it off 2 or 3 months, but I can move it up. Do you want to try to do it before you leave? When are you leaving?
I'm already gone. That's the
you're
thing.
already gone?
Yeah. So I mean,
Where are you, in California?
no, I'm in Independence, Kansas.
Well, that's not that far.
It is when I have to work. I mean, the only reason why I've been driving back and forth with no license is because I have to feed a family. You know what I mean? So
I understand what you mean.
and that's not an excuse. That's a reason. So.
All right, give me that date again.
Farther out than October 28th,
I
Judge?
don't want to do
Okay.
that. Now, how long are you going to be in Kansas, though?
How long am I going to be in Kansas?
Right. Are you leaving state for any reason with your work?
No, I won't be back around El Dorado for like 3 months.
Okay. All right, sir, I'm detecting a bit of an attitude, and I've had a bit of problem with you all day long. I'd suggest you kind of take a deep breath and try to get rid of the attitude, because then if you don't, you may cause me to have to get an attitude too. So,
Well, likewise, take that deep breath. Do the same thing. You know what I mean?
Excuse me?
I said same. Do the same thing. Take that deep breath. Goose fraba.
All right, Mr. Phillips, do you know what my title is?
I do, but that doesn't give you the right to belittle me or anybody else in your court. You
All right,
you have a code of conduct.
Okay,
you have to follow.
I am finding your conduct contemptuous because you're interfering and disrespecting the process and the court. You are hereby fined for direct contempt of court, $100 cash payable in 1 week to the clerk of the district court.
That's fine.
And if I have any more problem with you, it's going to go up a little bit more. And if I have any more problem with you, you can go to jail over it. You don't seem to be respecting or appreciating this court. You've drunk. I can't remember if I saw you smoking. You've eaten since this hearing started. You've rolled your eyes. You have just been totally inappropriate. You've complained that you can't be here when I tell you to, that it's inconvenient because you're maybe a couple hours away. Some of these people are in other states. I had someone from Australia on the docket here recently. So don't tell me.
That's not this case. That's not this case. This is my case, not their case.
Yes, it is. And that's
No,
$200 for contempt. You better get a clue who's in charge here and why you're here. It's because you were allegedly violating the law. I didn't go out and find you, and you are not to respect to any court or disrespect any court that way. $200, Mr. Phillips, due in court Monday, or you can serve 3 days in jail if it's not paid by 1 week from today.
1 week from today.
This is my final order on the subject. $200 to the clerk of the district court 1 week from today. And if it's not paid.
So is it Monday or is it 1 week from today, which would be Wednesday? Because you're going off of business days, correct? Good morning, screen.
You're ordered to be in court, in the courthouse. August 21st, 2024, 9 a.m. You are to be in El Dorado, Kansas, at 201 West Pine, the Butler County Judicial Center, August 21st, 2024 at 9 a.m.
So you're making me appear under duress and coercion and threats of incarceration, pretty much. I'm just trying to understand this because before you were willing to do it and then you said I had a disrespectful attitude, but I've been listening to you, ma'am, all day, just drilling everybody. You know, I'm a supervisor on a construction crew and I don't even drill my guys like that or their family members. I know this is being recorded, so I would like a copy of this because I'm going to take this to an attorney.
You are to be here in person at the Butler County Judicial Center, 201 West Pine, El Dorado, Kansas, 9 a.m., August 21, 2024. I have found you in direct contempt of court for your attitude, your comments, your disrespect, your delay of the proceedings because I'm having to take extra time away from others to deal with this arrogance and the eating and the drinking and so forth. And you owe the court
I don't owe you nothing. I owe the court and the state of Kansas. See, that's your problem. You're taking your own personality into your law, and that's not appropriate. That is not appropriate. You were talking to some lady about her mother forgetting and then grilled her about her forgetting. That's not her mother's position.
$500 cash.
Can we hurry up and get this over with?
$500 cash for direct court.
That's fine.
$500 cash for direct court. And I am ordering you to surrender yourself by 2:30 today to the Butler County District Court. 2:30 today.
I cannot do that.
Well, you're making send a sheriff out to get you.
Because you're putting your personality in this, man. I'm going to hire an attorney. I am going to get off this Zoom, and I want this sent to my email. I know your deputy is listening, and I demand this footage because I'm going to take this and I'm going to appeal all of this. You have been delaying the court the whole time.
All right, I've given you my order. Disconnect him from the call. He better be here. The sheriff will go out.
I will not be there.
All right, the sheriff
will come get you.
What is your address? Where are you located?
Threat of imprisonment.
Mr. Phillips, where are you located?
Not here.
You refuse to tell me your address and your location?
That is under threat and incarceration. I want my attorney present.
What company do you work for?
It is none of your business. You will be informed through my attorney. My attorney, yes. I need you to state your name for me.
So you refuse to tell me where you're located. You refuse to tell me.
That is under threat, ma'am. That is under threat over a speeding ticket when you kept arguing with other people. I've been on this call patiently waiting at work. Patiently waiting. When I called because I got a reminder this morning out of town, and I was trying to reschedule this
anymore. Missy, disconnect.
I was trying to reschedule it, so
All comments, viewpoints, interpretations, and insights expressed in this video are for education and entertainment purposes. All individuals featured in the video are to be presumed innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Please do not attempt to contact, locate, or engage with any individuals featured in the video.